Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the MacBook system and using Epoptes. Using Epoptes on the MacBook system is a little different because the MacBook server and the MacBook workstations have very high resolution. So if you try to use Epoptes normally, then everything is too small to read. So before you use Epoptes in the MacBook system, you will need to do two extra steps. You will need to change the resolution of the server, and you'll need to change the resolution of the workstations. This is very easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. This computer here, I'm signed in as a MacBook server. So I'm signed in as a teacher. And here I have a MacBook workstation, so I can show you what happens on both of these as we do the special MacBook Epoptes process. Our first step is to change the resolution of the MacBook server. That is very easy to do. I'm going to bring my mouse down to the menu button and click that. Then I'm going to come up to Internet, but instead of clicking Epoptes, I'm going to click Set Up Epoptes Screen. And I click that once with my left mouse button, and I get a window that says Set Up for Epoptes Screen Share, and I say Yes. Now you'll see when I click Yes, the resolution of the MacBook server screen changes. All of the icons become much bigger, and now it's ready to share. Now I'm going to start Epoptes. I go to the Start button, Internet, and Epoptes. Now I'm going to do my second step. I'm going to change the resolution of the MacBook workstations. So the first thing I do is to select all of the workstations where I want to share my screen. I only have one workstation here, but I'm going to select that by clicking it. Now once it's selected, I'm going to go up to an icon that we haven't used before. It's the gears icon, and it's right here in the middle. And you'll see when I put my mouse over it, it says execute a command on the selected clients. When I click that button, it will open a new window and it will ask me for a command to execute on the selected clients. When I click the down arrow, I'll see two options, and I'm going to click Start Epoptes. When I do that and click Execute, you'll notice on my workstation that my resolution has changed, and so now it matches the resolution of the server. Now that I've done that step, I can begin to share my screen normally. So I come back to the server and I click Share Screen. And now you can see anything that I do on the server as a teacher is shared on the MacBook workstation. So that's how we do that process. Now when I'm finished, I'm going to do just the same thing in reverse. The first thing I'm going to do is stop sharing. So I stop sharing, and you'll see that I'm back to my workstation screen. Now I'm going to change the resolution of the workstations, and again I have to have those workstations selected that I want to change the resolution. I come up to my gears icon. This time though, I'm going to select Stop Epoptes. When I do that and say Execute, you'll see that the resolution of the workstation goes back to normal. I can now close Epoptes, and the last step is to change the server resolution back to normal. And as you might guess, I'm going to come down to the Start menu, come up to Internet, and click Set Up Epoptes Screen. And this time it will ask me if I want to return my screen to normal, and when I say yes, everything is back to normal. So let me show you again the steps. Again, there are 2 extra steps. I'm going to set up the server resolution, and I do that by doing Menu, Internet, Set Up Epoptes Screen. And this changes the resolution of the server screen to be compatible with Epoptes. And then my second step is to set the resolution of the workstations. I open Epoptes, select all of the workstations, click the gears icon, and select Start Epoptes. And this will change the resolution of the selected workstations to be compatible with Epoptes. And then I can share my screen normally using Epoptes. So again, 2 steps: setting the server resolution and then setting the resolution of the workstations. When I'm finished, I'm just going to reverse those 2 same steps. I stop the screen sharing, click the gears, and select Stop Epoptes. And the workstations are back to normal. Then I can close Epoptes, go to Menu, Internet, Set Up Epoptes Screen, and then change the resolution of the server back to normal. Now you might have a question, what if I start sharing my screen with the students, but then another workstation gets turned on? But you can do a setup of the workstation resolution by itself very easily. On the student screen, I can come down to Start menu, Internet, and Set Up Epoptes Screen. So even for a single workstation, I can do that through a student account. When I click that, it will go to the correct resolution for Epoptes. And to reverse that, to go back to normal, I can go to the Start menu, Internet, Set Up Epoptes Screen, and return the screen to normal. So it's much easier to do it from the server as the teacher when I can do all of the workstations at the same time with one command, but I can do it on a single workstation if I want. So to close, I'm going to do this demonstration one more time. Again, my 2-step process to prepare for Epoptes. First of all, I set the server resolution, Start menu, Internet, Set Up Epoptes Screen, and I say yes. Okay, now as the teacher, I'm ready on the server. I can start Epoptes. I can select all of the workstations that I want to share my screen with. Come to the gears, Start Epoptes to set the resolution on all of my workstations, and then begin to share my screen. When I'm finished, I will just reverse those 2 steps. I begin by stopping sharing. I'm going to go to the gears, select stop Epoptes, and all of my workstations are now back to normal for the students. Close Epoptes, and now for the server, I'm going to set its resolution back to normal by going to Internet, set up Epoptes screen, and return screen to normal. So that is how you use Epoptes with a MacBook server signed in as a teacher and with students using MacBook workstations. Thanks for listening.